So you aren't thinking about hits? You aren't thinking about how
I never think about that.
you never do?
No.
You
Can't.
just try to make the best.
What is a hit? What's on the radio today?
Yeah, no. Well,
That was recorded 2 years ago.
yeah.
And then if you chase that, by the time your song comes out, it's 4 years
You're
behind
late,
the time.
especially today.
Yeah, no. You have to go. This is why I go with the story. What is the story?
Right.
And the music is the scoring to the script, which are the lyrics and that pay off the title.
So when you write songs, did you typically write? You're looking for lyrics and the story first, even if you're sitting at a piano or a guitar. But
no, I mean, that's after.
Right.
You know, you're sitting there. Okay, let's write a bunch of titles and let's pick the best title to write. And everybody goes around the room and they look through their things and they throw the title on the table.
Right.
You know, and that.
Were you one of those guys that write things down, jot things down?
I
book.
No, not so much like that. Now I'm just like song title.
But back in the old days.
No, in the old days, yeah, maybe a little bit. Well, when I first thought of "You Give Love a Bad Name," I wrote it down on a piece of paper. I folded it and put it in my back pocket. So when I met John Bon Jovi and Richie Sambora, that's the first thing I pulled out.
Right.
And John had just met me, and all of a sudden, when I said the title, his face lit up. I never saw so many teeth. And you know, he threw down "Shot Through the Heart" because he had a song called "Shot Through the Heart" from previous.
Through the heart, yeah,
and then
bad name.
Yeah, "Shot through the heart, and you're to blame, darling. You give love a bad name." And that's when the three of us had our first, you know, three-way fist bump in the air. And we wrote that song really fast. It just all flowed out. And I later found out that they never had an intention of writing a song with me for Bon Jovi. They wanted to write songs that maybe I could get cuts on, so that could bring money to them so that they could keep going with their band.
Oh, it wasn't going to be for Bon Jovi.
No.
Just the right song.
Yeah, but the song turned out so good they kept it. And then we kept writing. We wrote "Living on a Prayer" and, you know, like all those songs.
Bad Medicine.
Yeah, "Bad Medicine" was for New Jersey.
Bad Medicine. Where did that title come from?
John had it. I mean, they had started the song.
Yeah.
You know, and also because he had bad name, he loved the word bad.
Yeah.
Because the way he said it almost sounded like a P instead of like bad. It's like pad.
Oh.
You know, you give love a pad name, right?
Yeah.
And that resonated with him.
With Bon Jovi.
So I walked in, they had already started the song, and I suggested the lift that was the B section.
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what you get when you fall in love. Da, 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 da. You know, it's like modulates.
Modulate, yeah.
So instead of being this like linear song, like bluesy song, it had this pop element that put the song over.
Wait, and "Living on a Prayer" it modulates too.
Yes. And it has that bar of 3.
Living on a prayer. Is that? Yeah, that's brilliant. I mean,
but when
the song is done.
And
then there's that.
When we first wrote it, before the modulation, there was a drum fill.
Yeah.
And when I heard the demo, I said, guys, that almost sounds like one of those Barry Manilow lifts, you know, the drum fill, but like,
wow.
We're gonna make it. You know, it's like sounded
real
like
obvious too.
It was like that. So I suggested, like, why don't you go, all that we got, there was so there's a bar of 3.
Yeah, you cut one note off. It sounds like
one beat. Yeah, one beat off.
One beat,
and it made all the difference in the world because it made the modulation not sound corny.
And it creates tension too. It was exciting.
Yeah, it makes
the
jump
push
forward.
Becomes the drum beat.
Yeah, but you know, I've heard that John has recently started saying that he curses me for the modulation.
Well, of course. Now, of course he does.
Because it's so high.
Somebody was just talking and said that. Says, why did I? Oh, Ann Wilson. I just spoke to Ann Wilson. I had her on the show, and she says, because I asked her, "You still singing things in the same keys?" He says, "Oh my God, yeah. I mean, you know, mostly." But she says, "Wow, what was I thinking back then? She wasn't projecting that she'd be doing it at age XXX."